What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the studio. So, there's this rumor that's going around that Sony and Microsoft are thinking about putting ads into their games. And we don't mean like the live service games, we talk about all games. So, think about Elden Ring, since that's the most talked about game at the moment, and some other games too. That and Horizon Forbidden West. Think of those two games. I think about you're in the middle of something, you're in the middle of a boss battle, things is getting heavy. You finally learn the pattern of the main boss that you're facing, and you got the upper hand, you're winning, then out of nowhere an ad pops up about Colgate. Now, even though that's not how from what I've read, that's not how they're gonna place their ads, but a lot of people thought that's how ads were gonna be placed in their favorite games, because that's what I thought about when I'm usually watching stuff on Hulu. And since I didn't pay for the premium where you don't get ads would just pop up out of nowhere in the middle of your show when things are getting good. And it's like, that's what I thought the ads were going to be for Sony and Microsoft. Well, come to find out, they're thinking about adding them to, their games. Now, sports fans, if you've been playing sports games for like a long time, if you get like the newer games every year, this shouldn't really be a gripe towards you guys. This shouldn't be something that they cry about, even though it depends on how they do the ads now different. If they do things differently than they've been doing before. So like, for instance, most of the sports games have a lot of product placement in them, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is, like, for instance, I think it was either in Madden or 2K, the halftime show was sponsored by Verizon, or a halftime show was sponsored by Sprint. And you'll see like advertisements for like real world stuff like Nike. That's just some things I can't remember because it has been a while since I played one of the 2K games or played any of the Madden games. So you get product placement in all these games. But now picture that, but in Halo. Picture that, but in Call of Duty. Like games that you would not see stuff like that in, you're getting to see that now. And I could see it working for Call of Duty just a little bit, because Call of Duty used to have a lot of commercials back in the day about, Doritos and Mountain Dew. So I wouldn't say, a whole ad will pop up talking about Mountain Dew and Doritos. And, if you go buy this certain Mountain Dew, you'll get a code for this many experience points in Call of Duty. Like, I doubt that that's what's going to happen. But what I think it is, like, they'll probably have, like, billboards or, like, signs all over the map when you play multiplayer or in a single-player mode. And you will see, like, an ad or a poster talking about Mountain Dew and Doritos. Like, I feel like open world games would do that pretty well too, especially Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man swinging through Manhattan or swinging through New York has a bunch of billboards, and New York is a city and has a lot of ads all over the place. So you would think that, Spider-Man swinging around in the new Spider-Man game, and you'll see a billboard for the next upcoming Marvel game that's coming out, or Marvel movie that's coming out. So say, like, for instance, just for an example, Spider-Man comes out next year. I think the only Marvel movie that I can think of that comes out next year is, I would say, Ant-Man and Wasp. I think Ant-Man and Wasp comes out next year. So you'll be swinging around town and you'll see a billboard for Ant-Man and Wasp for a certain amount of time, though. Like, your game will get updated once Ant-Man and Wasp comes out, and they'll have a new ad up for the next Disney Plus show that's coming out. And it doesn't have to be Marvel related. It just has to be, it could be Disney Plus related, because since, Marvel owns Spider-Man, well, doesn't own Spider-Man, but, they own Marvel and all that stuff. So that's how I would think the ads will be placed in video games. But I don't know, honestly. I'm just taking a wild guess here and just theorizing on how they will do it. I mean, no fan is going to want this regardless, because I feel like some fans are really picky when it comes down to games nowadays, especially when time goes on, technology gets better. We expect more out of games since, technology is getting more and more advanced, which means we're going to expect more delays as well, because with technology getting more and more advanced, that means more stuff is going to be added to games. And with one of those things being added to games, like NFTs, ads, there's stuff that people do not fucking want. Microtransactions. These are things that we do not ask for. These are things that we do not want. So hopefully this is just a rumor. Hopefully they shut this down, because this is not something I really want to see. I can see, like, for first person shooters, before you go into, like, when you're sitting in the lobby and you're waiting for everybody to join the game, that's when they play an ad like, hey, don't forget to go pick up your, Snickers bar, and you'll get a code that gives you a new Spartan gear for Halo or some shit. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But What do you guys think? Do you think this is just a hinder? Do you think this is going to be a problem? Do you think it's going to cause a lot of problems, or do you think this is not really something that you're going to be paying attention to? Me personally, I'm just gonna ignore it like I ignore everything else. I ignore microtransactions because I don't have to pay. Like, I'm not gonna pay for microtransactions unless I have to. If I really, really want to play the game, I'll pay for it. But I ignore stuff like that. I ignore stuff like the console wars. It's just a lot of stuff in the gaming community that I just have to just ignore. And the reason why I ignore them is because of the fact that it's just like, it's not really a hill that I'm trying to die on. And it's something that I feel like it's not really necessary to argue about. I just am like, hey man, I'm just here to play my game and call it a day. But other than that, guys, I love y'all. Hope y'all taking care of yourselves. Another video is gonna be coming out tomorrow. Matter of fact, there's another video coming out later on today. Hopefully it'll be out today, or I might just upload it tomorrow. But other than that, guys, I love y'all. Hope y'all taking care of yourselves. Peace.